So was it worth it? Hell yes, it was. I mean, my body composition improved tremendously. I went from 94 kilos to 100 kilos with more muscularity and lower body fat levels while getting a lot stronger in the gym and reducing my calories to 2,800 from 3,500, a steep reduction of 700 calories per day. I think I do my absolute best to warn you guys about particular risk and project harm and risk mitigation. But regarding masculinity, I'm not entirely sure. But maybe that's just stemming from the forums, right? Usually on the forums, everybody is a absolute silverback gorilla until you see the pictures and then you realize that you shouldn't be taking advice from this skinny dude that doesn't even look like he's on cycle. Tren for the real men. I couldn't handle tren when I was younger. I would get violent. Now it's a different story. You have to have mental control and self-control for the Trenbolone sandwich. I swore I'd never take it again. Last year, at least for me, it took 9 years before I took the plunge on the Trenbolone sandwich again. It messes with my head too much, but this time it will be different. That's the exact same thing I told myself. But this time I'm going to use a dose that's so low I shouldn't experience side effects, which I still did. I still got irritable, I still got back knee, I still got bronchoconstriction, and I still got a slight increase in systemic inflammation and a low dose, which I would otherwise run every single day. In my prior studies, Trenbolone users typically administer doses within the range of 250 to 600 milligrams per week. Yeah, been there, done that. In the current sample, there were some members who discussed using significantly larger doses of Trenbolone without reporting negative side effects. That's usually a pissing contest. Trust me, I've been there. I've read all of those user reports. Oh, I'm using 1,000 milligrams of tren per week and I have no side effects. Sure you do, buddy. They seem to praise its benefits, downplay reported negative effects, and encourage higher dosages, displaying a more pronounced reverential behavior compared to lower dose users. This contrasts with a common experience of side effects reported by lower dose users, suggesting that high-risk users may be experiencing the neurotoxic effects of Trenbolone, which I also addressed in the Trenbolone deep dive video, which is linked at the end of this one. And there's a nice quote here displaying clear neurotoxicity, which I dare not to pronounce here on YouTube, because otherwise my editor is going to spend an extra hour clipping out all of the swear words. It's on the screen right now and it's linked down below in case you want to read it. Scrolling down a little bit more, normalizing problematic use. I said last time I wouldn't touch tren again, but here I am. I think this study is about me. Despite encountering adverse consequences, Trenbolone users appear to consistently re-engage in use. It's really about me. This process shared parallels with the broader literature on individuals experiencing substance use disorders, particularly in the context of illicit drug consumption. Let's end the video. Anyway, let's continue. The data reveals a prevailing narrative amongst Trenbolone users expressing a desire to discontinue its use, yet grappling with repeated unsuccessful attempts to cease usage. This pattern suggests a process of self-negotiation. Should I use tren? I want to use it. I don't want to use tren? Go ahead, use it, you motherfucker. Last time I took tren, I went completely crazy. This time you can handle it, bro. It's not a problem. Just take an SSRI like Steve did. Reflecting challenges akin to those observed in substance use disorder. Well, and then there's more quotes with a lot of swear words. They're on the screen. I dare not repeat it. But well, you get the gist of it. Users often express a love-hate relationship with Trenbolone. I think Timothy Piatkowski and his entire team have been watching my YouTube channel religiously as of late. Balancing the appeal of muscle gains against detrimental mental health and physical side effects, this nuanced dynamic resembles experiences observed in individuals contending with addiction to other illicit substances. Yeah. Where pleasure is derived from substances causing stimulating pain. Well, that I don't identify with that. I don't believe in pain before pleasure unless it's training. This internal conflict serves as a reinforcement mechanism, compelling users to persist despite awareness of both positive and negative aspects of drug use. The experience of pleasure amid the compromise to well-being induced feelings of shame. Well, I'm starting to think about Game of Thrones now. Shame, 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 shame. Say it with me now. Shame, shame, shame. I'll overlay a GIF in case you don't know what I'm talking about. which extends on previous work and indicates a shared mechanism reinforcing Trenbolone use at the individual level. So basically, according to the researchers, we're all drug addicts, which I actually have to agree with because, well, the complete use of performance-enhancing drugs just over and over and over again, even though you come off cycle for a year to get your wife pregnant and then looking forward to your next steroid cycle, it's addiction. Let's be honest here. It really took a toll on me, both emotionally and physically. I should stay away, but I have bottles of it just staring at me every time I open my safe. So eventually I know I will just give in, laugh out loud. And the easiest solution to that is to throw it in the trash. Trust me, I've been there. If you don't want to take something, throw it away. And it goes for cookies and ketchup and everything else in the house that you find is tempting, whether that's recreational drugs or anything else, right? Just throw it in the trash. It's out of sight, out of mind. And then going through the process of purchasing more will prevent you from doing so because you remember that you don't ever want to take it again. That's why you threw it out in the first place. And then the best quote of this study, very applicable to myself and probably yourself as well. I said last time I wouldn't touch tren again, but here I am. In the implications and conclusions, the researchers mentioned that there's some herd mentality, that people think they can run Trenbolone without experiencing any side effects, or that they can master the side effects of Trenbolone, even though there's clear scientific evidence stemming from the animal studies that there's various negative effects, some deleterious and somewhat reasonably mild and benign. With tren users, it's more about belonging and participating in the Trenbolone subculture than it is about harm and risk mitigation while using Trenbolone. Whether this is the root cause of Trenbolone addiction or neurological change which occurs while using Trenbolone for longer periods of time, especially during consecutive cycles, or simply because Trenbolone works so well and will give you extremely well body composition results, increase your muscularity, lower your body fat levels, even when you do everything wrong, it's probably all of the above. For me, it was mostly about giving Trenbolone another shot, literally, after reviewing all available scientific literature on Trenbolone at that time, and I felt that 25 milligrams weekly was going to be reasonably benign, even though I just admitted in the HRT Plus Trenbolone video that I still experienced minor side effects. So was it worth it? Hell yes, it was. I mean, my body composition improved tremendously. I went from 94 kilos to 100 kilos with more muscularity and lower body fat levels while getting a lot stronger in the gym and reducing my calories to 2,800 from 3,500, a steep reduction of 700 calories per day. Will I do it again? Well, at this point, I'm going to have to say most likely. And if I learned anything from this endeavor, it's to say never. And that rhymes, so it must be true. Do yourself a favor and give this study a read if you're a connoisseur of the Trenbolone sandwich yourself, like I am. And do the researchers a favor by sharing this study with your tren using and abusing friends so they can get this study top of the ranking of 2024 and racking those views, which actually greatly helps with funding and recognition within the research community. They did their part. Now let's do ours. And don't forget to like and subscribe while you're at it. Leave a comment for the algorithm. The more views we get on this video, the more views the researchers will get for their excellent contribution to the Trenbolone loving community. I'm already looking forward to the Trenbolone research paper of 2025. Right, we're about 6 months away, so we don't have to wait too long. And then when Team Piatkowski and his team release another Trenbolone-related research paper, you can bet all of your testicles and your mental well-being that I will make a video about it. For now, we're out of time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Is this going to be the last Trenbolone video? I don't think so. If there's something to report on Trenbolone, it guarantees me views, and I love the views, and I love Trenbolone, and I don't really understand. Well, I actually do understand. My wife begged me not to take it anymore at higher dosages, but at 25 milligrams weekly, it did get the job done. All right, Rambling Steve out. You can find everything that I'm associated with down below in the YouTube description section. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Vigorous Steve. You can do your blood work over at Merrick Health. And if you want an excellent pump while you're taking the Trenbolone sandwich, look no further than Gorilla Mind, which have excellent pre-workout, intra-workout, and post-workout over-the-counter supplements. No script required. Vigorous crew, you guys know what to do. For now, the last Trenbolone sandwich front double bicep for you guys. It might linger around for a couple more weeks, but I'm close to my last shots of this 6-week stint on 25 milligrams weekly. And yeah, who knows? My mood might change and my muscles might deflate and my body composition might worsen. But I mean, how long do you want to run the Trenbolone sandwich when you're as health conscious and as risk averse as I am? Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, probably about Trenbolone.